The Pickleball Show is brought to you by PBX Club. PBX stands for Pickleball Excellence. Join today and get the latest pickleball tips and strategies, news and opinion. Save money on paddles and other equipment with coupon codes to online pickleball retailers. Get travel discounts to tournaments and a whole lot more. How much does it cost to become a PBX Club member? Well, it's free. Just go to freepbxclub.com. That's freepbxclub.com. There's even a link in the show notes for this episode. freepbxclub.com. PBX Pickleball Excellence. Join the club. It's free.
This is Coach Mo from pickleballcoach.com, and here's the host of the Pickleball Show, Chris Allen.
Thank you, Coach Mo, and welcome to the show dedicated to helping you play better pickleball while having even more fun and meeting new friends who share your passion for this great sport. My name is Chris Allen. I'm your host, coming to you today from Asheville, North Carolina. We're talking about equipment today. It's always fun to look ahead and look and see what kind of new equipment is coming down the pike, and hopefully it'll be some good stuff, some stuff we'll enjoy, and maybe some stuff that'll make us even better players. And one of the best places to find new pickleball equipment is pickleballpaddlesplus.com. The gentleman that owns and operates that website, one of the largest online pickleball retailers, is Mr. Kenneth Albert. Kenneth, welcome to the Pickleball Show.
Thanks, Chris. I really appreciate it. Glad to be a part of the show.
Well, and you have always been a part of the show because you were one of our biggest supporters right from the beginning, and you helped us so much in spreading the word. As the show has grown, I continue to owe you a debt of gratitude, so thank you for that.
No worries. We're glad to do it. Glad to see this type of program for pickleball.
The topic today is equipment trends, and I thought, you've got a very unique perspective with pickleballpaddlesplus.com because you're behind the scenes and you can see exactly what people are buying, and as the new products come out, you can see, this one's popular, this one's not so popular. You can see those trends develop probably before anybody else. Plus, you've also got your ear to the ground with the companies, with the manufacturers, and you can tell, what's coming down, what's in the pipeline, what they're experimenting with. I'm sure they send you prototypes of different things. And I thought, who better to, look in their crystal ball and give a forecast of what they see in terms of pickleball equipment trends than you. When you look at the website, when you go over to pickleballpaddlesplus.com, the bulk of the products that are offered are paddles. Is that kind of the bread and butter of the pickleball retail industry?
Yep, that's it. It's pickleball paddles. I mean, you're getting into the sport, first thing you need, pickleball paddle.
And it's hard to advise them, especially over the phone. You're not standing there in a showroom with them. Here, try this one, try that one. How does that feel in your hand? I'm sure that's a big challenge for you, and you probably have to play detective and ask a lot of the right questions to try to guide them toward the perfect paddle for them.
Exactly, yes, we do. One of the top questions we get is, I just got into pickleball. What's the best paddle for me? Well, there's so many questions that could follow what's the best paddle for me. One of them is, what's your playing style? What's your playing ability? Do you come from another racket sport? Have you tried any other paddles? If you've tried paddles, what paddles were they? Were they comfortable to you? What did you notice on your serve? What did you notice up at the no bounty zone? So there's all these questions that you have to kind of filter through to kind of steer them and guide them towards a paddle that is probably going to fit their playing style, their ability. Especially when you're first getting into pickleball, it can be a little overwhelming. There's so many different materials on the market. One thing is really weight. Weight is key, will always be the key on selecting a paddle. It's not going to be the grip size. It's really not going to be the handle length. It's going to be the weight.
We have a question that came in regarding paddles just the other day. It was from Ann in Janesville, Wisconsin. And Ann asks, I'd like to know the differences between an aluminum face, a composite face, a graphite face. How do those materials affect the way the ball responds? Good question, Ann. Kenneth, I thought you'd be the perfect guy to answer this question because you do, when you're looking around, see so many different face types.
Well, we do get that question actually quite often. It's confusing with all the different materials out there. Like when we first started dealing with pickleball paddles, you really only had a couple of options. You had graphite and composite. Okay. Mm-hmm. Simply put, graphite is a graphite surface. Composite is not graphite surface.
Okay.
That's it. Usually your composite is going to be probably a fiberglass surface. And then when other paddles, the materials started coming on the market, now you have, some of the graphite paddles actually has a polycarbonate material over top of it. Mm-hmm. There's some that have a fiberglass surface that also has polycarbonate on it. When you're looking at all these different materials, which one's going to play better over the other? Mm-hmm. Again, it's going to come down to weight.
So you start with weight first, and that would be your recommendation. Start with weight, and then start thinking after weight. Then you can think about surfaces.
Yes, exactly. Weight that's key. I mean, because, again, we'll get a player that will call and say, I have to have a paddle that has to have a 4.5-inch grip. Mm-hmm. Then I say, okay, well, I do have a paddle, has a 4.5-inch grip. It is the most comfortable grip on the market. You're going to love this grip. But the paddle weighs 15 pounds. So, again, it really doesn't matter the grip size because you really have to look at the weight. Weight is by far key. If somebody's coming from maybe have some tennis elbow or something like that, you want to look at those types of things, wrist issues. And again, playing style. If you're a banger, we could talk about different paddles, for bangers. If you're a touch player, we talk about different paddles for, touch players.
That would be funny to go on your website and have this splashed across the top. The number one paddle, the bangers recommend and stuff.
Right.
This is the number one banger paddle in the nation. Bangers across the country are using this paddle and loving it.
Bangers love this paddle. This is a must-have for bangers.
And then you have these testimonials. I'm a banger, and my banging was never as good as when I switched to this paddle. I don't know why.
And it's funny because that's a lot of. I don't want to say a lot, but we get a lot of players that do come into pickleball and they just want to smash it.
Yeah.
They're coming for racquetball players. They just can't help it. That's just the way that they're used to. And so we'll talk to them and say, you might want to go with probably a little bit lighter paddle.
You are in touch with manufacturers, and I'm sure they're sending you prototypes all the time. What do you see coming down the road? Are there any innovations, any breakthroughs coming in the next year or two?
It's always been edgeless paddles.
Edgeless?
Players are just looking for edgeless paddles.
What's the advantage of an edgeless paddle if you really just want to be hitting in the sweet spot all the time anyway?
Well, exactly. There's really not. There really is no advantage to it. I think it's all a mindset. Everybody hits on the edge of the paddle.
Yeah.
And that's where you're like, if I had an edgeless paddle, I probably wouldn't have whiffed it, or, not whiffed it, but I probably wouldn't have hit it right on the edge, and then it kind of went wonky off somewhere else. So I think that's what players think in their mind. I think I want to go with an edgeless paddle because I hit it on the edge more than I'd like. And if it was edgeless, that ball probably would have went in.
We're talking with Kenneth Albert, owner and operator of PickleballPaddlesPlus.com, one of the largest online pickleball retailers. We've been hearing more and more lately, Kenneth, about finally coming to an agreement on one single unified ball that can be used both indoors and outdoors. When I asked Ambassador Mike Hoxie from Portland, Oregon, a few weeks ago about that, about the one thing he wishes he could change, he said, I wish that we could just have one ball like in tennis where they use a single ball. What are you hearing regarding the actual pickleball itself?
The number one question we get is, I think that's a good idea. I agree there needs to be more development for manufacturers on the balls themselves, developing them for both indoor and outdoor. I would say more so surface. What surface are you playing on? Because if you had a universal ball that both played indoors and outdoors, the indoor court could be, a regular gym wood floor. Mm-hmm. And then when you go outside, you're playing on a concrete or asphalt. So that ball is going to play different between those two courts. So it's hard to say, one ball is universal for both. I think you're always going to have different types of balls for indoor and outdoor.
So do you think the surfaces are they're so different that you're never really going to have a ball that's going to be the one universal ball just because the indoor gym floor and the outdoor concrete surface are just too different to accommodate the same ball?
Yep, that's what I would say. I think that manufacturers will probably try to come out and try to make that, and sell you on it, but I just don't see that happening. I think you're always going to have different types of balls.
What other things do people call up? What are they looking for? Are there hot trends developing that you've been seeing? Maybe some surprises out there that products you thought, well, I'll take a chance on it, and then all of a sudden you're selling out?
The foam practice ball.
Oh, yeah. I saw Coach Mo do a video on that foam practice ball.
Right, when that foam practice ball, when they did a bit on that, there was a lot of players that really were looking to practice indoors, just against a wall, and I was surprised. So, we had a lot of calls saying, I'm looking for somewhere I could practice indoors against the wall. We added that, and a lot of players are going for that foam ball. There's a new pickleball machine that's on the market. It's Pickleball Tutor.
I was going to ask you about that. I went to the website and I saw that. This is the pickleball practice machine that feeds you balls. And I know last year the Simon came out. They debuted that, I think, at the Nationals last year.
They did.
I can't get a partner to play with me as much as I want to play. So now there's a machine that I can just plug in, hit the button, and it's going to serve me balls all day long. And people were very excited about it. Now the new machine, the Pickleball Tutor, which is it's a totally different company.
Correct.
And you are carrying that machine now?
We do, yes. We carry that machine. Actually, when the Simon first came out, we looked at it, and again, for the first pickleball practice machine, phenomenal. I mean, really, because there's nothing on the market, and players were looking for something to get out there, especially tennis players, and even some players that are just getting into pickleball, just getting out there and want to practice, and they just don't have a practicing partner, and they want somebody just to feed them balls, and, work great. So a couple of things that we found, again, the Simon machine is a great machine, but what we did was we contacted Sports Tutor and said, listen, there's a machine on the market. Here's what we think a machine needs to do. One was oscillate. Another one that all the balls, every pickleball that's on the market needs to work in the machine. So those were two key factors. So I worked with the development team on it. They put a demo machine together. They sent it out. I demoed it, provided feedback, and I'll tell you what, that thing is phenomenal. I mean, it really is phenomenal. I set it up to do the oscillation. Mm-hmm. I'll tell you what, that thing will wear you out. It wears you out. You put it on high speed and high feed, oh man, it'll wear you out. Definitely gets you a workout and helps practice. Your backhand, forehand, ground stroke, you go up at the net, the no volley zone, different volleys, overheads. Really, you could set that machine to do pretty much any type of shot that you want to practice. We were really happy to be a part of that and kind of put that together.
That sounds good. And you've got some videos up on the website as well, demoing the oscillation and showing different drills you can do with the machine. It looks really good, and it's very compact, too. It's smaller than the Simon that came out last year. This one, it's got a handle. You can just pick it up and carry it away and load it in your car and everything, can't you?
Right, yeah. It's 29 pounds for the battery. Mm-hmm. Operated one, I think it's 22 pounds for the AC-powered one. So, yeah, it's very compact. Short, squatty, just fold up the sides that the ball hopper is, lock the thing into place, just pick it up and go.
Is that you in the videos?
That's me in the videos, yeah. That's me. That was me doing some of the practice drills. I wanted to show, kind of the capabilities of the machine. Uh-huh. So I put some little skits together, and I put another website together, pickleballpracticemachine.com, where I just put the videos on there, and it's really just an informational website about the machine, where you can learn more about the Pickleball Tutor. I have reviews on there and everything. Again, that's pickleballpracticemachine.com.
Yeah, we'll link to it in the show notes for this episode. You can find it down below. It's pickleballpracticemachine.com.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah, so that I put the videos on there, more information about the machine. And there's a number on there. Certainly they can call me because I demoed it and actually used the machine so I can answer, any specific questions that anyone has about the machine.
In addition to being more compact, it's also significantly less expensive, isn't it?
It is, yeah. It is less expensive. The battery powered with oscillation is $8.99, and then without oscillation is $7.99.
Okay, so starts, right at about $800, and if you want the oscillation, kick in another $100, and then you'll be at the deluxe model.
Correct, yeah. And we've noticed that some players don't, they don't really need the oscillation, so they'll order it without the oscillation, which I'm kind of surprised because I just love that oscillation. I think that is really key to it.
The reviews look great on the website. People that have gotten the machine, I know it's just been out probably, I think, a few weeks so far, but people that have gotten it, looks like you've got a winner on your hands, Kenneth. So nice job.
I think so too.
Now, one thing, I had thanked you at the beginning of the show for being a supporter of the show right from the very beginning and helping us with some free prizes to give away for listeners. And we've also launched our PBX Club. PBX stands for Pickleball Excellence. And one of the things I think that would make you an excellent player would be having one of these pickleball tutors in your arsenal. And Kenneth has been kind enough to offer a special discount on the pickleball tutor to PBX Club members. And again, it is free to join PBX Club, so there's no cost involved in that. Just go to freepbxclub.com, enter your email address, and you are automatically registered to become a member. And Kenneth has offered a special coupon code for the pickleball tutor that will save you $40 on either version of the pickleball tutor, either with the oscillation or without. And then you also have either AC powered, where you just plug it into an outlet, or you have battery powered. Take it wherever you want. Don't have to worry about an extension cord or anything. Fire it up. I think it'll last at least 3 hours. I think some people have been saying even 4. Yep. Probably depending on the settings. That if you have it, rifling balls out at 50 miles an hour every 2 seconds, you're going to use up more battery power than if you have it doing some lighter stuff. That's so kind of you. And again, that is a special coupon code that'll save you $40 off the brand new Pickleball Tutor practice machine. Just become a PBX Club member by going to freepbxclub.com. And thank you for offering that savings, Kenneth. We really do appreciate it.
No problem. We're glad to do it, and we're glad to do it for your listeners. I think, like you said, I think it's a great practice aid.
Kenneth Albert, pickleballpaddlesplus.com. Kenneth, thanks for the look into your crystal ball today as to what's coming down the road in the pickleball equipment world, and we'd love to check in with you again sometime. And
glad to do it. Give me a call anytime, Chris. I appreciate it.
That's a good savings. $40 off the new Pickleball Tutor Pickleball Practice Machine. Plus, Kenneth is throwing in a dozen pickleballs of your choice, and shipping is free as well, so that's quite a good deal. If you are a PBX Club member, check your email inbox and you'll receive that special coupon code that you can use to get $40 off. If you're not a PBX Club member, well, go over there right now and become one. It's totally free to sign up. Just go over to freepbxclub.com and we'll get that info for you, the coupon code, plus the top 10 tips from pickleball's 3 greatest coaches, Coach Mo, Deb Harrison, Prem Carno, in one quick study guide that'll definitely take your game to the next level. Hey, thanks to people sharing the links to the show on Facebook. Cheryl Hall Wyatt, thank you. Martinez Pickleball, thank you very much. We appreciate the support. I'm Chris Allen. This is the Pickleball Show, and until next week, keep 'em low. The Pickleball Show was brought to you by PBX Club. PBX stands for Pickleball Excellence. Join today and get the latest pickleball tips and strategies, news and opinion. Save money on paddles and other equipment with coupon codes to online pickleball retailers. Get travel discounts to tournaments and a whole lot more. How much does it cost to become a PBX Club member? Well, it's free. Just go to freepbxclub.com. That's freepbxclub.com. There's even a link in the show notes for this episode. freepbxclub.com. PBX Pickleball Excellence. Join the club. It's free.